before noon. And welcome to part 16 of Horizon Zero Dawn. We have had a good week and a half of solid Cyberpunk 2077 streams. And I know that those of you who have been enjoying Horizon Zero Dawn and The Witcher have been eager for me to switch gears back to the games that I had been previously covering before Cyberpunk 2077. Well, we're slowly getting back that way. I'm almost done with the main plot to Cyberpunk 2077. We're not going to stop streaming Cyberpunk at all. We're going to finish the main plot and then do many of the side quests. And it's a similar story for Horizon Zero Dawn. We're almost done with the primary plot to Horizon Zero Dawn. We might even finish that today. I don't even know if that's what's going to happen today, but we might finish that today. But afterwards, we have Frozen Wilds to look forward to, the DLC for Horizon Zero Dawn, as well as many of Horizon Zero Dawn's other side quests. So we're not done by any stretch of the imagination. Anyway, yeah, so today we're doing Horizon Zero Dawn tonight. I will probably be doing another live stream of Cyberpunk 2077. And then tomorrow, which is Christmas Eve, I might do a morning stream. I might. I'll let you know probably tomorrow morning if that's going to seem likely. Definitely nothing tomorrow evening. That's Christmas Eve. Definitely nothing Christmas Day. I'm taking those 2 days off. And then, of course, we have the weekend, which I typically take off anyway. But we'll be back in force on Monday. What day is New Year's Day? I usually don't do anything on New Year's anyway. So I probably will still be there. All right, let's get the chats up here. Let's start with YouTube. No, there we go. We got the YouTube chat up. And let's go find Facebook. See if we're up on Facebook. And they push it all the way to the bottom. There we go. Only nothing tomorrow evening. That's Christmas. Found it. So, it's good to see everybody on Facebook today. Ty, Joey, Jose, Nathaniel, Lewis, Matthew, Ruth, James, Tyler, BT. So good to see you today. And then, as always, it's wonderful to see the regular cast of characters. Our frequent broadcast viewers, our members, our Patreon subscribers, and, of course, the mods, all in the chat on YouTube today. Gertie the Grump, Brian Sanchez, Slatty Bardfast, Courtney Zayas, John de Giamberidino, Deuteronomus, Night Paladin Eleanor, Quintius, Sean Fernango with a gold derby. Looking good on you, Sean, that gold derby. Jan C., Jessica Sharp, Deuteronomus, Julian Z with the gold derby. Douglas Delegard in the chat today says, hello, Oxhorn and all in chat. Merry Christmas to you and hugs all around. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. So glad you made it. You always lighten the mood when you hop into the chat. You're always so cheerful, so happy. And then Brian says, Ox, I recommend doing more of the companion side quests before doing the ending, or you'll have less options in the endings. Johnny opens up many more. Okay, so you're talking about Cyberpunk and companion side quests? I guess I don't understand because we don't have any companions in Cyberpunk 2077. At least not in the way that we do in Fallout 4. Companion side quests? You mean like romanceable partner side quests? Well, we did Pan Am. We did Judy. We did River. Is there another one? Maybe. Okay, well, maybe when we next do Cyberpunk, we'll focus on some of the existing side quests. Because in my last live stream last night, which we went way late. We went to like 5 in the morning last night. No, it was 4. It was about 4 in the morning last night. So yeah, I'm running on coffee here. In last night's live stream, everybody in the chat told me that I was on the last quest of the main story. So maybe I should pump my brakes a bit and do some side quests before we finish that plot. Oh, man. There is nothing like a big tankard of piping hot coffee in the morning. Are we just starting, says Kelly. We are just starting. Kathleen on Facebook says, are you still doing lore videos or are you phasing out of them? I'm not phasing out of them. I'm simply taking a break from them to cover Cyberpunk. And I typically do that with brand new games. I did that with Steel Dawn when it released. I did that with Metro Exodus when it released. You know, whenever there's a new game, I kind of pause what I'm doing on my channel to cover it, to stream it, and then I go back to doing lore videos. So yeah, I'm still doing lore videos. We'll still be doing lore videos. I did lore videos every week, all year this year, at the height of the pandemic. Still doing lore videos. Never fear. All right, your coffee looks great, Ox, says ya boy Evan. Thank you, ya boy Evan. I changed coffee creamers. The one that I was using earlier with like almond milk in it. No, that didn't work for me. So I switched to a different creamer, and this one's all right. All right, let's dive back into the world of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Check out these wares.
We're getting stuck up.
Leave the rest
on the road.
Don't forget to stock up before you're on the road.
Take a look at these wares.
Don't pass up these goods. Won't find better wares. Not stopping when you're in the thick of it.
Fine goods for a fair price.
Okay, well, it's been a while, so let's see. Quests. Main quest. The Looming Shadow. This is the final one. Side quests. The only open side quest I have is Into the Frozen Wilds. That's the DLC. I've got the Hunting Lodge, errands left. Completed all the bandit camps. Completed all the tallnecks. Haven't touched the hunting grounds yet. I mean, I will, but not yet. Got all the cauldrons. Got all of the corrupted zones. That's it. Now, did I get all of the stars? Or I think I got all of the stars. Cauldrons, tallnecks, bandit camps, corrupted zones. I got all of... Yeah. I think I did. Okay. So here we are. Hades intends to use the Spire to transmit a resurrection signal, calling millions of buried war machines from their graves. When the time comes, Aloy must stand against the shadow, but she will not fight alone. Jan C. says, love your content, Ox. So far, I must say, my favorite quest in Cyberpunk is Sinnerman. Whether or not you mean that a person can change or not, this quest raises a lot of questions about morals and ethics. It's an interesting, thought-provoking, and controversial quest, that's for sure. I enjoyed it. I felt it was a little forced. Like, I don't know. The nice thing about it is when we go into the house of the family of the boy that he murdered, and we talk to the mom and the sister, we find two very different perspectives. And I'm glad that the mother felt a different way than the sister did. I don't think they really explained why the sister felt exactly the way she did. And I don't really think that they covered the murderer's conversion to Christianity very well. Instead, I walked away with the impression that he kind of had a character flaw, maybe even a mental disorder where he had a bit of a messiah complex, which could help explain why he shot somebody to begin with. He had the power in his hand, is what he said. He had the gun. The person was there. He just shot the person. Now he's paying for the crime. Then suddenly Christianity comes into his life, and he's goes and wants himself to get crucified because he sees himself the next Messiah. So, I don't know. Parts of the story didn't really sit right with me. I'd love to explore my thoughts on that later, maybe in a video sometime, because it's definitely a thought-provoking quest. Douglas Delegard in the chat today says, shout out to Laura Elstad. Shout out to Laura, always here on the program. Always good to see you, Laura, and thank you for that, Daniel. All right, showing the map. Let's head to the top floor of Meridian. Let's get the party started.
Find goods for a fair price.
I hope I still know how to shoot.
These aren't
You'll
goods.
like what I have.
Ernest.
Moss around a girl like my city guard here.
Man, after playing Cyberpunk, it really just makes you appreciate games like Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, I wasn't there for Horizon Zero Dawn's release. I know that it was a PlayStation exclusive for a very long time before it came out on the PC. But the PC launch, I was there for the PC launch of Horizon Zero Dawn just a few months ago, and it went off without a hitch. It plays great on my machine. There were only a few graphical issues that I had to deal with, which I think were almost exclusively tied to my GPU. I think my GPU has a problem. And then it's just ran buttery smooth at HD and 4K. No major quest glitches. It's just, and it's gorgeous. Like it's a year old now, or I don't know how old is it, maybe a couple of years old now. And it's still just as gorgeous today. I don't know. It just makes you really appreciate the game. And the games like this, like Red Dead Redemption 2.
And the cartridge.
Another kind of just flawless game. Douglas Delegard says, thought you were going to do the DLC. I am going to do the DLC. I will do the DLC after I complete the primary plot. And the reason for that is because I agree with the comment that I got on a live stream earlier, where somebody said that if I go straight to the DLC, I'm going to really interrupt the narrative. The story that we've been dealing with right now is the primary plot to Horizon Zero Dawn. And if you go through my Horizon Zero Dawn playlist, and you know, I'm doing this main story, and then I stop, and I pick up a completely new plot, the plot to the Frozen Wilds, and I run with it for a few episodes. It's really gonna rob from the impact of playing the primary story. So let's finish the primary plot. When done, then we can do Frozen Wilds. The Gaming Boy 332 with a tip. Thank you very much, The Gaming Boy.
Roland's apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
Quick save. Oh, right, I can't quick save in this game. I'm so used to Cyberpunk right now.
Don't pass up.
All right, let's go sleep. Rest before the battle. No way back. Do more preparations. So I guess this is where I'm going to pick up for Frozen Wilds.
How could you sleep, Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you? How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Silence? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not with smoke.
Then what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Oh, God.
The deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says!
She's the general now.
Set loaded! All of you, be ready to fire! Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out.
Helis!
No! Rally the vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns!
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
You have fixed me long enough.
Should have fought me in a sun ring then.
Why do you fight?
Give me that gun. Oh, and it knocked me off. Doggone it. I raced for the gun and it knocked me off. Well, I think I might have, this may be a recurring theme for today's broadcast.
Bleed for the shadows.
You have fixed me long enough.
Should have fought me in a sun ring then.
The end is inevitable. Only endless night awaits you.
Bridge can't take much more of this. He's quick. It's giving way!
What are you before the terror of the sun?
The one who will take you down!
I am chosen. You came from nothing. You will die on nothing. A savage cannot understand destiny.
Chosen? This was not meant to be.
Do it! Execute him!
Chosen. Hades only chose you because you're a fool. A sadistic butcher too stupid to see you were being used. Your whole life was a failure.
Oh.
And soon, no one will even remember you.
Ooh, rub it in,
Turn your
Aloy!
face to the sun and think about that.
Brutal! One down. 80s to go. Oh! What's he got? Oh, man. Inventory full. Oh, looks like I need to do some inventory management. Though, at this point in the game, I don't even know if it's necessary. Let's get rid of all of my green ones.
Forget about traveling light.
Oh, man. Go. More inventory management. Any more green ones to get rid of? Oh, no. I've got 2 slots left. Crystal braiding. I'll leave the crystal braiding. Actually, hold on. I went through all of my really sharp shot bows.
Don't like this.
Here, the girl! No room.
Whoa!
Hold the line!
Where do you need me?
On the platform!
Gotta get to another platform.
Fiends from the west!
Here it comes. Better move.
Got it. Oh, this cannon is magnificent. All right.
And prepare.
Cool. Well, that was awesome.
Raise the horse again! West!
Glad to hear this.
Fire incoming!
Don't want to be here when that hits. It's taking a shot at me.
Beware, Laura! Incoming!
Where was he? There he is.
Incoming. Gotta drop it and move.
Oh! Got it!
Fire's on you, Nora!
Don't want to be here when that hits.
Did we get the storm bird? Yeah, I think we did. Oh, still more coming though.
Incoming!
Oh! But we did so well. Oh, that was cheap. I killed them all. but then 2 of these magically appear.
Aloy! Aloy! Aloy!
Tab?
My all mother, you survived. I thought you were killed.
The others, are they...
No. Wounded, but alive, mostly. The machines blasted through, then kept going. They marched on the spire, dragging that thing with them.
Take care of the others, Tab. I've gotta go.
Ah! Right. Holy cow! Oh.
Aloy, go! We'll draw them. Now you face their true son, shadow demons.
I'm on target. This is where I belong, Aloy. But the spire calls for you.
Right. I'll ignore them. Oh, you guys okay? Gotta go. Gotta keep going. To the spire. Oxhorn, heal up. I'm fully healed. Guys. Oh. All right. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Yeah, I'm still trying to read my my health meter now that I have this new armor with the shield on it. It was blue, so I thought it was good, but I wasn't paying attention to that little line. Thank you for that.
It's begun. Hades is transmitting.
Oh, all of the buried machines all over the earth. The machines that consumed all organic material as fuel, now hibernating. What will happen when they awake? They eat children's balls! No! It can't get worse than that. So this is how they consumed organic matter for fuel. They just burned it away. Activation signal, biomass conversion. Wow, that's cool. I'm glad they showed us how it actually worked.
If Hades has started the signal, they must have gotten through the defenses. Venora, Baron's vanguard. I have to get up there.
Working on it.
Gotta keep going. Keep pushing. Knew this wouldn't be easy.
Oh!
So no holding back.
To the spire. I wonder how they broke through Aaron's vanguard so quickly. Hey, guys.
They're
Aloy!
alive.
It's Aloy! Well, you can see that.
We thought you'd fallen at the ridge.
No, the ridge fell on me. Look, there isn't a lot of time left. I have to face Hades.
Not alone.
My fight. I can't ask you to come with me.
We were about to go over the top anyway, right? Right.
The metal devil must fall.
They're like,
should
whatever,
stock up.
Aloy, we're gonna do it.
Last chance.
Stock up, last chance. All right, fine. I'll take all of that. That'll work. Why not? Okay. We climb. Oh.
Arrival of entity has been anticipated. Entity will not halt transmission.
Oh, so much for hiding behind a pillar.
To contrary, calculations are precise. Presence of entity has been accounted for.
Oh, great.
Is that a deathbringer?
Why aren't these working? Oxhorn fire arrows, right.
4 of them on the way.
Take them out first! Time enough to beat the machines back.
Prioritize entity.
Incoming on you, Aloy.
Got it!
They have fresh allies.
All of you, focus on the new machines!
Alright, that's not working anymore. Gotta open him up.
That's it. My way's clear.
The servant is dead. Now, the master.
Through.
System threat imminent.
I'm more than a threat.
Stab it to death! I like how her strategy is just poke it with the spear. I thought she was gonna like upload a virus into it or something. Ooh, Gaia! No.
Master override armed. To activate state
That's
name
Elizabeth.
and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
There we go. Look at that. By the way, that power armor saved my bacon. Gwendolyn says, killed the last boss, gotta stop and loot. Bad habits die hard. Of course they poke it with a spear. Tell me Silence comes by to say something. That was just slightly awkward. The king goes and hugs a random guard standing by. The guard's like, all right, civilization saved. Saved by the savage Nora. Ooh, data integrity restored. Gaia log 3, February 2065.
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Oh, that's
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
You often tell stories of your mother, but you are childless.
I never had time. Guess it was for the best.
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit.
At first I thought it was a robot. But no, there she is. Oh, look at her hand. Exposed to the elements for 1,000 years.
Anyway, that's all I've got for now, Gaia. Time to tuck in.
I wish you a pleasant sleep, Elizabeth.
Thank you. I'll catch you tomorrow.
She held the world in the palm of her hand. And now it's in Aloy's. Zane the Insane says, "Hi Ox, enjoy your victory. Watch all the cool endgame stuff. But it's DLC time, my friend. You did promise us after all." I did. After this, ooh, credits. Wow. After this, we will do Frozen Wilds. I'm not about to leave you guys hanging. Don't worry. Let's get through the credits sequence. I want to see what this is like, and then we'll do Frozen Wilds. What a great game. I'm so glad you guys had me play this. This completely skipped my radar when it came out, obviously because it came out for the PS4, and which I didn't have at the time, and I still don't have it. I don't play the consoles, but I would have missed the fact that it was coming to the PC had you guys not been coming into my live stream saying, you gotta play Horizon Zero Dawn. And, I'm not a typical fantasy player or swords and sorcery, but this game is so different. It's so unique. The archery combat felt, I don't know, I became attuned to it really quickly. The learning curve wasn't that steep for me. It started to feel really comfortable pretty quickly. So yeah, really great game. Set design, beautiful. The story was fascinating. I'm sad we didn't get a cameo from Silence there before the end of everything. If I'm going to go criticisms, I'm going to say it seems a little stilted at times, some of the dialogue. It takes itself a bit too seriously at times. Some of the facial mouth animations aren't really spot on. But really, those are minor criticisms in the whole grand scheme of the game. It's just a fully realized world. A brand new, completely unique, fully realized world, not based on any existing IP, to my knowledge. And it's a testament to just the amount of thought and effort and time organization that went into crafting this game. So major props to the developers, major props. These cauldrons that we're exploring now in this cutscene were some of the best parts of the game. It really made me feel like I was exploring some vault, like a Vault-Tec vault. I wish the cauldrons had a little bit more lore. They ended up serving a very different purpose. They weren't like archives of lore or ancient libraries or anything like that. They were production facilities. They manufactured machines, so it's understandable there wasn't a lot of lore there. That's really my only regret, is that the cauldrons didn't have a whole lot of interesting backstories. We learned more about what the cauldrons were doing as we just progressed through the primary plot, but they were still fun to explore. Kaiser says, "I'm glad to see you enjoyed the game." I really did. And I'm itching to get into the Frozen Wilds. I have no idea what that plot line is going to be about. But it apparently gives us an entire new section of the map to explore. Kristen says, oh, come on, I missed it. Don't worry, my friend. The cool thing about this, I'm currently live right now, so you can just skip back in time. The cool thing about streaming on YouTube is you can just skip back the timeline to see what I streamed previously. So if you're just now tuning in and you missed the end boss, just go back to the beginning and you can watch from there. And then the recording of the replay will be live on YouTube later today when I end the broadcast. Ghost says, are you gonna get the DLC? I already have the DLC. It's installed and ready to play. Jaden says, can you skip the credits, please? I'll skip the credits if I'm confident there's no cutscene waiting for me. If you guys know whether or not I'll be skipping a cutscene or any additional teaser or cliffhanger, let me know in the chat, and then I'll skip the credits and we can move straight to Frozen Wilds. Bardicus says, I only hope the sequel deepens the RPG elements. You spend the whole game collecting scrap you don't much use. I mean, we use a lot of what we collect. I see what you're saying. There's a lot of things that we collect that we don't use. My bags are perpetually full. There is a cutscene, says Harry Mason. Don't skip, says Gwendolyn. Okay. So I'm not going to skip. I'm not going to skip the credits because apparently there is something waiting for us. I see what you're saying, though, in terms of RPG elements, because the choices for this game are limited. The dialogue choices that we make don't have a lot of consequence. They really don't. And, it's a kind of linear game. They had a story they wanted to tell. They had a hero that they wanted us to get to know. And it's not a hero of our creation, it's a character of their creation. And that's okay. There are games that come out that aren't meant to be an RPG in the way that we think of it, where we create our own character, we tell our own character's story, and we make our own consequential choices throughout the game. There are games like that, and this isn't one of those games. This is a more linear game that has its own story to tell, and that's cool. Kind of like Red Dead Redemption 2. We can make a lot of changes to Arthur Morgan, but at the end of the day, Arthur Morgan isn't really our character. He's got his own story. He's got his own backstory. He's even got his own look that was all crafted by the developers, by Rockstar. And we can make some choices, and we can change who he eventually becomes. I guess there's more character development and consequential choices that we can make in Red Dead compared to this game, but they are similar in that regard. And I suppose it's the same with Cyberpunk. Even though we can change the face of our character V, the plot is still pretty linear, and many of the dialogue choices aren't consequential. I guess that's just the way many of these big budget RPGs are going these days. Bexy says there is an important cutscene after the credits. All right, well, I don't want to miss it. Sean says RPG immersive versus storytelling, they're both forms of RPGs. Yeah, you're completely right. They're just different ways of having a role-playing game. Jessica Sharp says, I have been watching your Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 lore videos when I go to bed at night. Your voice is so soothing that it helps me sleep since I suffer from insomnia. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I too suffer from insomnia too. I'm grateful that I can help in some way. The Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 series were a lot of fun to put together. And I'm glad you enjoyed them. I tried to cover absolutely everything in those series when I went through them, and I think I did. I don't think there's anything I missed in Fallout 1 or Fallout 2. I think I even got all of the random encounters in both games. Bardicus says, another unsung hero in this game is the music. It's so well done. Yeah, the music is very fitting for this sort of merging of like traditional tribal pre-industrial culture with this post-apocalyptic high-tech super slick machine technology game that we've got. It's a weird merger of very different genres, and they did it pretty well, and the music reflects that really well as well. Kathleen says, can you do a tutorial on how to get Fallout 1 and 2 to work on a modern computer? I wish I could, but I really can't. I worked forever to try to get Fallout 2 to work on my computer, and I delayed making my Fallout 2 lore series for probably a year before I finally did it, just because I couldn't get it to work on this computer. Eventually, I got Fallout 2 to work by skipping Steam. The Steam version of Fallout 2 just would not work on my computer no matter what I did, no matter how many guides I read. All of the changes they suggested, I couldn't get it to work. I eventually got it to work by buying a new version of Fallout 2 from GOG. I don't know what they did differently, but just installing it on GOG instead of Steam, and it worked flawlessly out of the gate. I just booted it up and it was perfect. So I can't tell you to this day what I did differently. But you know what? I'm having all sorts of problems. Like a year ago, I got Fallout Tactics to work pretty good, and I started recording footage. I logged into Fallout Tactics again after about a year of graphics cards, updates, and stuff like that, and I couldn't get it to run. I eventually did get it to run by, well, I'm going to be doing some tricky editing to get the cutscenes to splice in with the gameplay. But it's weird. Every computer is different. All right, cutscene. Oh no, we're going into more credits. Okay, there's a button to skip. In the lower right-hand corner there, I'm tempted to skip it, but I also don't want to miss out on a cutscene. If I skip this, will I still get the cutscene? Casper says you can skip the ending credits right to that cutscene that everyone is talking about. I finished this game yesterday. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna skip. Silence! Oh,
hello,
what are you...
old friend. Remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
Oh, Silence, you didn't learn your lesson! No! Oh, no! You'd think that after everything... He's responsible for Hades' awakening to begin with. He's responsible for everything that we just had to go through. And he expressed so much regret during the primary plot. And yet, at the very end, he didn't learn his lesson. No. Oh, Silence, you disappoint me. Congratulations on defeating Hades and protecting Gaia's dream of an Earth reborn. The state of the world has been restored to just before the looming shadow, prior to the final battle for Meridian. You keep all loot and experience from your successful playthrough. Additionally, New Game Plus has been unlocked, granting the option to play the game again from the beginning with all of the loot and skills you have accumulated throughout this playthrough. A New Game Plus loadout of your current inventory and skills has been created. To play this mode, simply choose the New Game Plus option in the main menu. You can also create new loadouts via the pause menu in the game. Thank you for playing the Horizon team. Here we are. She's marveling at the sun. New main quest, The Looming Shadow. So it puts us right back. Level 49. All right, we can do a bit of an upgrade here. Gwendolyn says he had no lesson to learn. He knew what he was doing the entire time. Congrats on finishing the game. Thank you, Gwendolyn. His thirst for knowledge will be our undoing. I almost completely finished my character before the end there. We finished Prowler. Let's go down into Brave. And now we've done Brave. All right, quests. Into the frozen wilds. Boom. Zane the Insane says, GOG is great. Right now it may need our support due to bad PR over CDPR. Really? I don't know why, because the bad PR over CDPR is due to Cyberpunk 2077, which was launched on Steam, as well as all consoles. So I guess I'll have to learn more about that. Okay, let's fast travel to the campfire. Gwendolyn says, little known fact, Silen's middle name is Hubris. I believe it. Okay, explore the cut. First, let's take a look. Oh yeah, I went through a ton of inventory for that last battle. Well, let's craft on up. This will make more room in our bags for more looting. I don't know if you saw, but I tried to use my tripcaster a little bit. I ended up not using any of these really interesting arrows. The corruption arrow, I probably should have made better use of that. All right, we're fully stocked. Oh, into the frozen wilds. Up we go. Sam says, what difficulty are you playing on? I think it's hard. Settings. Oh, it's normal. I'm playing on normal difficulty. I'm playing on hard difficulty in Cyberpunk. And so far, it's been okay. I've died a few times. But I just defeated a boss in last night's stream, and I only died once during that boss fight, so I'm pretty happy about that. Seraph says, GOG is under fire now for removing a game that had an accidental anti-Xi Jinping reference in it. What? I agree it's a bad move. Also unfortunate that the game developer doesn't stand by it. Well, that just straight up pisses me off, actually. Seraph says, and may I just say that Chinese dictator Xi Jinping looks a lot like Winnie the Pooh. I might say the same thing. I agree with you there. Well, I mean, I don't know if I would come to GOG's defense. I mean, I love GOG, but to remove a game just because it has a reference to communist China? I mean, think about the precedent. What if suddenly China gets all pissed off at the Fallout universe because China is a bad guy in the Fallout universe? I mean, I don't think that would ever happen because America is just as much as a bad guy, is just as much of a bad guy as China is in the Fallout universe. But what if they started to get petty like that? Are we just gonna kowtow to China's demands in our games just because we depict China in a way that they don't approve? I mean, that pisses me off. Oh God, look at all this stuff that I got. I should really start getting rid of stuff. Do I need another long leg and lens? I don't think I do. Let's disassemble that. I'm gonna have to make more room. Let's disassemble that. Stalker lens. I'll keep one stack of each type of lens. Razor lens. Scrapper lens. Ooh, I had 3 stacks of scrapper lenses. Oh wait, no, I only had 2 stacks. I've got 2 stacks of watcher lenses. And a Strider lens. Okay, so we're good on lenses. No, let's get rid of these Glinthawk. Ooh, 3 stacks of Glinthawk lenses. All right, I think that's opened up my inventory a bit. Zane the Insane says GOG is the same or sister company to CDPR. They say CDPR lost as much as $1 billion on the current fiasco. I'm a little sensitive over GOG. Really? CD Projekt Red is the sister company of GOG? Well, $1 billion is a lot of money. I don't know if... Well, I mean, the fiasco is definitely bad. They got the game removed from the Sony PlayStation Store. That's awful. It's a huge thing. But $1 billion? I don't know. That's a lot of money. $1 billion is a ton of money. Death says you only need 1 stack of any item. Yeah, you're right.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your task.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future, or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy.
Well, Silence, great sermon, but after what I just saw in the cutscene, I don't think you've got a leg to stand on, buddy. Concerned with the future and the fate of the world? Sure, let's just resurrect Hades again after Aloy goes through the trouble of defeating him. Reyes says the $1 billion was on traded stocks. Oh, right. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. They own GOG, says Slayer. Okay. Well, cool. We get to learn more about the Banuk. I'm excited. What the heck is that? Let's try that again. Boss fight doesn't kill me, but that tore me up.
This one's a made for her. I can see the heat coming off it.
It's weak against ice, Ox. Holy cow, what was that? It was like a tiger or a bear or something crazy. Demonic Scorcher. Wouldn't expect it to be weak against ice if it lives in an ice habitat. Ox, you have a pouch upgrade available for the warbow, do I? I need a boar skin. Oh, this one. Yeah. Thank you. All right, let's look around a little bit. We need to go up there, but what's this? Shortcut. Gotta refill that medicinal pouch.
Very cold. I get it.
Outlander on the mountain!
Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
Just stopping by, guys. Please don't open fire on me or anything.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
Okay, so just sarcasm. Fine.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
Why not?
This is Song's Edge, biggest settlement in the cut.
These are dangerous lands, Outlander. Deadly, even.
Sweet.
Smoke rising from the mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
Von Rex says triple stacking tear arrows can be very useful for removing weapons from the beasts. Good call, Von Rex. And then Zane the Insane says Silence is concerned for the fate of the world. He just said he's after Hades' masters, who sent the signal that woke it, and the rest, the true villains. Ah, that's one way to interpret it that I hadn't considered before. Maybe he felt that it was necessary to resurrect Hades or salvage something from him to find out who it was that woke him.
You died on Thunder's drum. Your songs will not be forgotten. Dorea's been gone a long time, but she will return. I must believe she will return.
Trust Araya, they say. She'll return to us, they say. And yet here we are, waiting.
So I take it somebody's missing. Are we going to have to go find this lost person?
He led them to a great challenge. That is all.
In times like these, we must not forget the importance of ceremony.
If Aratak means to go back to the mountain, then I will stand with him. Trust Araya, they say. She'll return to us.
I can't spare the weight.
It's a green coil anyway, don't really need it.
Must be something big going on. Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
And they keep talking about a missing person.
We haven't lost this many hunters since the war with the Karja.
I'll follow the quest objective in a minute. Right now I'm just sort of exploring this camp. I like how they're using completely new assets for it, instead of just reusing a lot of the set design from the base game. Ooh, what's up here? Wow, a whole lot of boxes. Oh. Ooh. I'm going the wrong direction. I'll probably end up coming here in a bit later, but... Right. Looks like it stops here. Well, I love how the Banuk can get around.
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrin, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead, but not today.
Any reason why?
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off. That's right, the Banuk learned how to tame these guys. Where's he taking him? It wasn't like a sacrifice, was it?
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for, falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the demon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear! Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies are prey.
The daemon. That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice, for free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and demons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Aurea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin, like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered, like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave, or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Aurea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You'd think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid. Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them, but a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. And they believed her.
But you don't.
Look, I don't know what Aurea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Aurea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Warwick chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Aurea came to town with their Warwick, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
What are these Warwicks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place. Some Warwicks come and go. Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Warwicks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Warwick has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
Dethica says the face cap on Frozen Wilds seems a lot more finessed than in the regular game. I was noticing the exact same thing. It's been entertaining watching this guy talk because it feels much more realistic. And what I think it may be is that for main characters or major characters you interact with, they spent more time doing the face cap. For side characters who give you minor quests or don't talk a lot, maybe they just have an automated system that moves the mouth based on vowels and consonants, and it's not true face cap. So for this guy, the first guy you meet in the DLC, they probably spent a lot of time on it.
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Araya. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
He's got his priorities straight, that's for sure.
We?
Me and my daughter. My assistant, Varja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
I want to know more about this Damon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Araya. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rats. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine, like no one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak can tell me more about Araya or Thunder's Drum. Might be worth a shot.
All right. Well, we've got a lot to do. So there was a missing woman. The shaman, it looks like.
A different work. I can't seem to find my
We've got a quest over there. And this is Aratak? Yeah.
Ulrich's bandits are
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
Psychotic Maniac with a tip on YouTube. Thank you very much, Psychotic Maniac.
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last until the Karja seek war again.
Well, thankfully that won't happen, since we defeated the Shadow Karja.
Araya knows about this Damon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
This Damon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
Did your Werak come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banuk to face the threat of the demon. But I was born here and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
Okay. Find Naltuk. So this was a sacrifice, like a Viking's burial, as the chat said. What a waste. They lose all their best hunters on Thunder's Drum, was it? And then they go and sacrifice one of their own as a memorial? What a shame. That's a beautiful set piece, by the way. I'm just loving the look of this place. It's gorgeous. I mean, look at that. It's so great. All right, let's get this side quest that's over here. This green arrow, or exclamation point. What was it? Over there? Did it move? No. There it is.
Think of summer sun. Breeze through the trees.
Well, as much as I'm liking this place, Aloy isn't. But of course, she has to suffer through the cold, not me.
Everything we abandoned.
These bandits think we'll kneel before their blades. Do they know who we are?
You.
Underestimate. We will not bow to bandits.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood.
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Lalai, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was, until it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
Yeah, the facial capture's much better.
So Deep Din is a place and a musical instrument?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the old ones used to carry music far and wide. During the war, my father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the Karja. I'm the drummer now. But our battles are few and far between. Mostly I play for the joy of it. Or to remember my family. Of course, if the waters don't recede, what's the point of joy? Or remembering?
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin was flooded. I don't understand it. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd ever seen it. And there it remains.
Zane the Insane says, Ox, you can watch the cutscene again later. They sacrificed their armor because they couldn't retrieve the bodies. They didn't kill anyone. Well, no, what I was talking about is the guy that got carried off by the Glinthawks. My initial instinct was that they were tamed Glinthawks and he was just being transported somewhere, but what if that wasn't a ride? What if they were sacrificing him or something? Spyrodonus says, love the frozen wilds and the auroras. Well, I can't wait to see the auroras. I'm gonna get a new cigar.
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent?
Water law. Okay.
The Banuk of songs.
No more music.
And we deserve a painting unlike any other.
Oh, no talking? Straight to trading? Banuk champion bow. So this is like my war bow. Banuk power shot bow. It takes blue gleam as a currency. And the Banuk striker bow. Well, what's the difference? Because it looks like the arrow types are the same as the bows that I'm using already. Banuk Werak Runner. Well, these are all really interesting. Oh, that's a cool stealth one. I like this one. The Blazon Master. That looks great. So that's got fire protection, ice protection, and that's stealth. That looks like the best stealth suit in the game so far. Better than anything I have. They just took the armor off, says Jack. Oh. Oh, and they have extra mod slots, says Dethica. Okay, thank you. Free sample. Special items, map animal figurines, pigments, and blue gleam. I should probably get all of these. Oh, to buy it I need a badger bone, a goat bone, and a goat skin. Oh, we got badgers and goats now. All right. Let's sell stuff. All right, so a lot to look forward to there. All right, so this quest sends us up there. This quest, waterlogged, sends us even further beyond. So we should probably go there first. Though, there is that new quest there. And we got a new merchant here. Let's go find this guy. Oh, he's at the top. Of course. He wasn't there when we came by earlier because he was at
when the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small, it was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banukai and her Werak fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banukai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines from her dream, who bowed to her as she entered.
A cauldron?
Inside, Banukai discovered the blue light bubbling from a hole in the snowy earth like a spring. "You bid me come," she said. "My people need aid. Will you provide it?" The machines whispered to Banukai. "We go where the light goes, for we are its chosen vessels. There is darkness in your heart. It cannot hold the light for long. Carry it to your people if you must, but the cost will be great." Banukai waded into the pool. The light reared like a nest of snakes and struck Banukai, piercing her skin, filling her up. Banukai did not scream, though she was in agony. Banukai did not collapse, though her limbs shook. She climbed from the pool and carried the light inside her. She marched toward home and the machines marched behind her. As she walked, the light struggled to push its way out of her, but the machines were there to aid her. She sewed her body shut with their cables, patched herself with their metal, and kept the light within. When she arrived, the forces of the ravenous tribe had surrounded the camp. Although the light had left her with 1,000 wounds, Banuk charged. And because she held the light, the machines followed. The ravenous tribe killed many, but those in camp rushed to join the battle. They gathered pieces of the fallen machines and from them fashioned weapons. And it was with these that Banukai's people repaid the suffering the ravenous tribe had wrought upon them. When quiet descended, Banukai finally fell. The machines bowed their heads, and her werak wept. The light she'd held within her drifted from her wounds and rose to the sky. And for just a moment, before life left her, Banukai knew the truth of the blue light. And she felt peace. We remember Banukai, the first to crawl from the cave beneath the world, brought the machines to us. When we speak the name of our tribe, we remember her. And we will not forget.
Good story. Well done.
We'll find no glory here. Only cold and death.
All right, so a merchant up there, another quest over there. Let's go check out the merchant first. He's got a star, so I'm presuming we can sell collectibles to him once we find some.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were following me.
Nope. Well, where's this oh, there he is.
Quite a view you've got up here. It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew, but a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments, like none have seen.
Have you always been a painter?
I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Banuk. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving.
Oh, trade pigments. Okay. Pigment, light salt, medium salt, dark salt. So that's what I need to collect to get those reward boxes. And she also sells the maps for the figurines, pigments, and blue gleam. Requiring badger bones and goat skin.
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but,
You want to know what they mean. That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
Do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are a call to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen. if the painting is loud enough. I'll see what I can find for you. Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward, but I'd reward you as well.
Deathica says, Lolox, you thought your animal skin hunting woes were behind you. Yeah, I did. I was wrong. Miss Silver Fox says, good morning, Oxhorn and chat. Glad to see you back with Aloy and her adventures. I had a lot of fun with the Frozen Wilds, and I look forward to seeing how you handle it. Thanks. I'm looking forward to it, too. So far, I'm having a great time.
Feel free to listen and learn, Outlander. Our ways may suit you.
Let us do the frozen
Hostages deserves more respect than to be gawked at by idiots.
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines, I've got to find Maria. To do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
Outlander, wait a moment. That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear, I can see the blue light upon it.
This? It was made by an acquaintance of mine.
Ah, a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified with the help of the old ones. Far north of here, there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
A secret shared. That's an errand. Ooh, that's even farther north. Way up there. All right, we've got a tallneck nearby that we can get. So is this how we get pigment?
The longer you scrub, the darker the colors end up being.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Whatever's happening in Thunder's drum, it's not enough to bring down the Banuk. Any news from the hunt?
The herd isn't roaming far from the camp.
Keep them together.
Justin says, Oxhorn, the
Then we
best
wait.
in the business.
But
Happy
I bet
holidays.
it's your
Thank you very much, Justin. All right, let's go get this campsite, and then let's talk to Naltuk, and then get the tallneck.
All right, I'll keep watch tonight.
Outlanders.
The
Carja
crazy
Outlanders.
Oxhorn tried to kill our Sun King till the machine runners got
What brings you Carja so far from your home?
There's good machine hunting in the cut. Danger, too. Some have a taste for both, and they pay people like me well to guide them. We've had a bad run this time, even after I brought this priest along to read the signs.
I did say the sun's light was cast quite red the night of the... Not your concern, though, Huntress. May your arrows find their mark.
Okay.
May the sun grant you a portion of its wisdom, young Huntress.
The Sundom has changed, but this work hasn't.
You wouldn't be so eager to speak with me if you knew me.
Edgy.
I'm not going home. No. I don't want to face my father.
Went to the market, slipped on some fruit, and children laughed at me.
Lucky that the Nora was there to protect the Sun King. What on earth were the Vanguard doing?
Incredible. Stopped the ball without breaking the sweat.
Matt says, happy holidays, Ox. Can't stay for long. Family obligations, you understand. Have you figured out where Frozen Wilds is? Geysers everywhere. Yellowstone? I'm guessing.
Said Araya's apprentice went north of the river. Hopefully not too far.
Let's go! Dang it! All right, I got a goat bone. Nothing. Bad Mama Jama says, hey Ox, did you get your rum balls this year? Wow, you've got a great memory. No, I didn't. My mom typically makes rum balls.
I'll tuck that away.
As a Christmas treat, but due to COVID-19, I haven't seen her in many months. I just don't want to risk it, you know, with her advancing age and all of that. So I'm probably not going to see her over Christmas this year. But there will be next year. Whoa. What was that? A control tower. Well, let's learn more about it by hopping up here.
There must be Naltuk looking out at that tower. It looks like it's sending out a pulse or signal. Naltuk?
Who are you? How did you find me?
Bergrand told me you'd be out here.
He's persistent. I've told that Oseram 1,000 times. I don't need to buy anything.
And I'm not selling. I just need to find Araya.
Well, you won't. She's gone where only shamans can tread. She seeks guidance from the voice in the blue light. That is her task. And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. To stop it spreading, if I can. What can I do about these towers? In only a few weeks, they've sprouted throughout the cut. The daemon's energy pulses from them. Rallies the machines, even repairs them.
So, corrupted zones, right?
Aratak said this daemon was frenzying machines.
Look there. Those with the purple markings. They belong to the daemon. They're stronger, more dangerous.
I've seen something like this before. A corruption. But it wasn't from your daemon.
You have? Then you know more than I do. These towers, were they part of your corruption?
No. Those are new to me too.
Like I said, they empower the daemon's machines. They must be stopped.
Will you tell me where Araya went?
You ask a lot of questions.
Only when I'm not getting the answers I need.
There's but one voice Araya wants to hear right now, and it isn't yours. I'm sorry.
All right. You want to stop the spread of the daemon's work? I know how to get started. With my bow and spear.
Outlander, wait. Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the daemon's machines, at least I can properly recount your efforts to Araya.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I won't fall. And when I'm done, you're gonna tell me where she is.
Didn't sound like he agreed to that, but, alright.
Interesting. Maybe I could override it.
Shock resistance.
They saw me.
Whoa! Oh, where did all these guys come from? It's a blue coil, don't need it.
Shield's overloaded. By that pulse from the tower.
Okay, now just to kill the machines. That's not so bad.
Back to your business.
can be destroyed.
All right. Job done. So, what'd you think of that? Not bad for an Outlander, right?
Now we know how to deal with the machines in the towers. The Daemon's next.
Perhaps Aurea should meet you after all. What she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine. A great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too. You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Bergren told me you're Aurea's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the blue light.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Aurea's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much. She took a chance on me, an aspiring shaman from the edge of the world. No one else would.
Were you with Aurea when they attacked the mountain?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait. When Aurea and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then she came to me, gave me my task, and left us.
Go!
How do I cross this shaman's path?
Go to the ice rasps. Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls, and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Aurea at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her, I have faith she will hear the voice again.
Where's that goat?
All right, I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path.
Jessica says overriding the towers sends a temporary shock to machines. Ah. That may come in handy. All right, so we got a tallneck over here. And then this is my next quest, waterlogged. Let's go get the tallneck. But I need more coffee. I'm completely out. Be right back. 2 seconds. And I'm back. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Built to last.
Great. It's a frozen tallneck surrounded by enemies.
Scavengers have just gotten started.
One more. Okay, so how do we override this tallneck that's frozen? Ah. Fall to my death!
That's the last of the scavengers. Should scan the tallneck. See how deep the damage goes. Looks like the scavengers ripped out 3 major parts. If I could bring them back, maybe I could even reactivate it. Get it what's inside its head.
Find the tallneck array, stabilizer, and actuator. Are they going to mark this on the map for me? They are, and they're all pretty close. Well, I should probably get this first since it's going to reveal the map. Okay, let's go to marker number 1. Down here. Oh, I'm closer to number 3. Let's get number 3. It got dark. Ah. got you. Eruption coil. Ooh, need to get through my coils again. Any green ones? No, let's just start getting rid of blues. Wow.
This tallneck part's still in one piece.
Got it. Oh, I'm gonna slide. Ah. Okay. Why can't I get this? Machine core. I don't need this. Or that. One stack of each is fine. That's a lot of metal burn. And metal vessels. I'll worry about it later. I at least have room now. Okay. They're equidistant. Go this way. What have we got? Oh. scorchers are just awful, man. Oh, and I knocked a gun off of it that I could have used. Maybe I'll still need it. I'm gonna grab it. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna go into a big nasty cave. That's so great!
Just stay out of their way for now.
Will they kill me too? Those are brilliant. Oh, I love this thing. It's my new favorite thing in the whole wide world. All right, I'm gonna wait for those to explode now. Or will they only explode when I go near? Are they timed? I thought they were timed. There we go, they are timed. Ooh,
That's
boy.
it. I'm already gone.
8 more left. This is amazing. Okay, everything I need to repair the tallneck. Feeling good. Gonna open up this map.
Save these for the trail.
Oh boy, I am going through all my wire, aren't I? Jeez. So I know that those big guys were weak to ice, but man, I dumped a bunch of ice arrows into it, and it didn't seem to do a doggone thing. Okay, back to the tallneck. Oh. What? Why is it telling me to go? Oh. Okay, so how do I repair it?
Well, that fits. Sure hope it works.
Okay.
Well, it's in better shape than it was.
The last part. There.
Okay, I'm right. Just need to get the power flowing through again. And if I'm wrong, at least no one's watching.
There we go.
Something that should wake you up.
Oh, cool.
Easy. Right, it's never easy.
Never easy. Now to climb on top of it, right? So that we can get the map?
Tallneck again. I'll need to find higher ground. Not high enough to make the jump anymore. I need to find a new spot.
A new spot? Here.
jumping onto the tallneck.
Here we go.
Made it. Now to climb up to its head.
Level 50. It's always really awesome. That never gets old. Okay, Fog of War gone. That is officially the entire map discovered except for this over there for some reason. Great, well, what's next? Waterlogged. Get to the lake. So is this Yosemite? No, not Yosemite. Maybe. There's a merchant over there. A couple of campfires over there. But these appear to just be animal grazing sites. Let's go north to get this campfire. And then we'll go to the lake. Let's upgrade our character. 2 skill points. Might as well start here. Let's test it out. It's expensive to repair a mount. Kind of pointless, since I can just summon a new one out of thin air. But okay. Oh! So that goes right through a grazing path. See if we can avoid it. Well, I got the campfire. Oh, no luck. Let's remove our flag. We don't need that anymore. We lost our mount along the way. Well, at least I got my goat bone. Now I just need a goat skin and a badger skin, I believe it is. Oh. What? It flipped on me.
Saving these
for the trail.
What have we here? Oh, big crocodile.
This must be the ruined Laolai was talking about. Deeped in. Flooded too, like she said. Snap mills. Probably came from somewhere upriver. Follow the river, find its source. Seems simple enough.
I'd really prefer not to have to fight all of them.
Okay.
Oh, I have to follow the river that way. Jessica says the Frozen Wilds is based in the state of Wyoming, specifically the Grand Teton and Yellowstone National Park. Ah, Yellowstone, the geysers. Thank you, Jessica. Badger! Yeah! Badger bone! Oh, and I don't have room for it. Looks like the Banuk got driven out of this. Part of a dam. Follow the river upstream.
These mountains must be the ice rasps. The shaman's path begins somewhere up above.
Okay, so there's a merchant and there's the shaman's path, but I need to follow the river upstream. Treasure box. All right, I can get 2 of these maps. Badger bone, goat bone. Now I just need a goat skin and a badger bone. Goat skin, badger bone. Okay, so there are a couple of items highlighted for me. Pigments. That's the shaman's path that leads me up there, but I still need to follow the river upstream. And that should take me to an animal figurine. And there's the dam. Right, well, that's what we'll start with. Jocelyn Ryan says, late to the stream, but glad to make it. Hope you have a Merry Christmas from our house to yours. Thank you very much, Jocelyn. Merry Christmas to you, too.
That must be where the water's coming from.
Goat bone. I needed a goat skin, though, didn't I? Well, I'm not familiar with Wyoming. I have been there once. But it was a long time ago. What dam would this be? I wonder if we'll find out inside.
I guess the old ones like these animals.
There's the animal figurine. Depicts a lithe, predatory animal, inscribed 2 of 7 in a commemorative set circa 2042. Montana Recreations. Montana! Not Wyoming? Trade at Hollow Hall for valuable rewards. Wow, what ruin. I don't suppose we'll find any lore in these ruins. I'm definitely not seeing anything popping up on my map.
Well, somebody wanted in. Nearly blew this entire ledge off just to get through the door.
Enter Gray Catch.
Flooding detected. Evacuation recommended. Overflow basin compromised.
The overflow basin. Is that the dent?
Oh, this is great. Now this is giving me straight up
like
Fallout
a control
vibes.
center. What happened in here to start the water flowing?
Well, we got a puzzle. Hey, lore. Secret show.
Alright, so okay, like how do we want to start this farewell thingy? We might be the last actual people to ever see this place. Yeah. Let's,
So we only got a little bit of audio out of that. Dear Nobody, as far as I can tell, that's who's going to read this. Those spooky guys showed up today with that creep Blevins to take measurements of our workstations, and next week they start installing Pharaoh servitors to do our jobs. Bye-bye, Shelley. Bye-bye, Laura. See you never. Hope you enjoy basic income. God, it's going to be weird to say goodbye to this place. When Quentin and I split, this was all I had. Thank God for a job where I could sit at a panel and press buttons and cry all day. Which I think is why we're doing this. Hiding the tapes of our rehearsals in the dam. These tapes are our memories, our ghosts. Through them, we get to haunt this place, keep it human in some small way. This control room was where I was sitting when Laura came in dragging an old practice amp and a guitar behind her. Shells, she said. Girl, so I was looking at schematics for this place and I found the perfect practice space. The acoustics in this place, seriously bonkers. Like echoing through the entire valley kinds of bonkers. Legit, you're gonna soil yourself when you see it. I remember asking, practice space? Peace, Shelley.
Intake tower malfunction. Drainage system offline. That's probably not good news. Looks like most of the facility is underwater. How did this happen?
So we're missing one
Another holographic interface.
key.
There must be some kind of code. Maybe I should try scanning objects in this area. The lock positions. Helpful.
Alright, but I can't turn them just yet until I find the final core.
Hard to see anything, but this room looks like it's packed with old stuff. Might be something useful. A piece is missing. Not getting in here without it.
Oxhorn, what did you major in college? I majored in history.
My focus could find something I've missed.
Well, I've been using my focus.
Rough waters. No way I'd be able to swim.
Emergency ladder release. Valve. Emergency ladder release. All right, so that's where we're going. I majored in history. I started in Scandinavian studies, but that wasn't going anywhere for me, so I switched to history and I focused on the classics, Roman and ancient Greek.
Someone's been through here. Not that long ago either.
I've become trapped somehow!
Whoa! We gotta save a guy.
I'll buy the forge. I'm pleased to hear another person stomping about in here. This blasted door is shut!
I'm coming!
It's a perfect opportunity to do a good deed and clear your conscience for whatever cruelties you may have committed.
He's just assuming.
You're not one of those snap mobs I saw outside, are you? You're a snap mob. I don't suppose you tell me.
He's a talkative guy.
Alright, you're either here to rescue me or you're an uncharacteristically small and clever snap mob.
Are you alright?
You don't know how happy you just made me. For a moment, I thought my fire was snuffed. The forge gone cold. But nope, nope. Not old Gildan.
You're welcome. Wait. Start from the beginning. What are you doing down here?
Ow! My apologies. When you mostly talk to yourself, you can tell your stories in whatever order you like. There's an artifact in that storage room I simply must acquire. But as you may have noticed, the door won't budge. I took one of those roundish, ringy what's-its from the wall beside the door. No luck. So I had to go with that panel with the button. Even less luck. My gentle experimentation caused the chamber to... flood.
So it's his fault.
So I pushed the button again, perhaps a little too enthusiastically. Sparks and smoke. Obviously, I came here to investigate. My cautious footsteps may have contributed slightly to the collapse of a bridge. When the bridge began to collapse, I may have, for the sake of expedience, abandoned the cumbersome ringy what's-it to the waves. By the time I thought to give up the endeavor, the door had closed behind me. And thusly do we come to the present moment.
Aloy's in the back there just going, oh god, this guy.
You said something about an artifact?
Indeed. That storage room is brimming with treasures from the old ones. But one in particular caught my eye. An intricate looking glass. I've only seen one such device before. My old mom brought one back for me from wherever she'd gone to that time. I remember holding it, staring into its face, seeing myself and my mother just over my shoulder, smiling.
And one of these looking glasses. It's in the storage room.
Oh, yes. I'm quite sure. I peered into that dim little chamber, and there it was. I've wanted to find one for so long, Yes, this time I'm sure I have.
Zane the Insane says, don't miss a single piece of lore in here, Ox. Don't worry. You know me. I won't.
Well, there's no way we're getting into that storage room without another ring. It's part of the locking mechanism that controls the door.
You don't say. Well, that's fantastic news. Marvelous, even. You've got two hands. I've got two hands. Perfect! My savior, my salvation, and if you like, why wouldn't you? Of course you will. My accomplice. Together, that ring is as good as ours, and with it, the storage room and its spoils.
Didn't you say you dropped the ring in the water?
Well, I'll grant you that adds a heretofore undiscussed level of complexity to the proceedings.
Guess we've got to find it.
So you found the button that controls the flow of water.
Quite by accident.
And then you broke that button.
Also, quite by accident.
The panel's the only way to shut this place down, as far as I can tell. This isn't gonna be easy.
That storage room is filled, top to bottom. Would you be surprised to find the parts you need in there? I certainly wouldn't be.
So, we need to replace that ring and get into the storage room. Then I can fix the panel and shut this place down.
And I can finally wrap my fingers around that looking glass.
Okay, Gilden. How are we gonna get that ring?
2 sets of hands, girl. 2 sets of hands. Behind us lie a pair of enormous gates, but I believe the gates must be operated in tandem. Together, we can dry this place out.
Guess we better get started then.
I guess we better.
This guy's great. The DLC has a lot of humor so far. I love it. All right, I'll follow you, Gilden. What a
Up
cool
ahead, girl.
set.
See the valve? Time to put our hands to use. I'll take care of this one. There's another valve on the other side to lock the gate in place.
I see.
Would you mind heading across and doing the honors?
Sure, I'll do the tricky one. Find a path to the other side. Let's break on through to the other side.
You know, I'm reminded of a delve I undertook out near Stone Ruin. Cloud tall and brick wide. I've been thinking of it. There's no wall. Just great stone tower carrying the weight of the rock above. Filled out with small row of those enormous busted out old parts. You know the ones with the 4 wheels?
He's just gonna keep talking the entire time.
Marvelous! You made it! Now grab that valve and give it a spin.
On it.
A little more now, and I should be able to get the blasted gate moving.
There. You should be able to lower the gate.
Right you are! Now, when I get this gate down, you'll need to turn the valve again. Ought to lock this thing in place.
Okay.
One gate down.
Halfway through then, aren't we? To the second gate!
To the second gate. Onwards and upwards.
A ladder is a rare and special thing, girl. Can depend on it to take you exactly where you need to go, and no further.
Oh, that's wisdom right there. A ladder is a special thing.
I'd wager the valves for the second sluice gate are somewhere above us. How are we gonna get up there?
Let me look around, see what I can find.
Well, there's a ladder, which, as we know, is a special thing.
Looks like I could jump across on that rickety rusting platform. I found a way up.
But apparently she wants me to jump over there. On the rickety, rusty platform. Let's do it. Whoa! Pug Life says, I'm starting to think you should have left him there. No way, he's too much fun. Ooh, there's... Oh!
It's too strong. I can't swim against it. It's even less refreshing than it looks.
What? Did we do it? There's lore down there. That's why I jumped across. Oh no, it's a supply crate. No Name says, I love my step ladder. Never knew my real ladder though. But alright, let's try this again.
Nice jump! Nice! What am I saying? That was stupendous! Never seen such absolute disregard for personal safety.
Thanks, I think.
Lore!
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4! Caught sellouts and runaway cowards! We see her. Cut it. I forgot the words. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, we started off so strong and then it all just... Well, that's sort of my MO. No. Heavy stuff. Switching gears. Band name. We need one.
When I took this job, we had to watch this training holo. And I remember probably 2% of the actual holo. At some point, the holo welcomed me to the damn family, and I felt like AJ. That was such a missed opportunity. Because they could have called it a damily. And they chose not to. Ugh. And BJ, the idea that I would ever think of any of my coworkers as family was pretty ridiculous. But then one day I looked up, and automation had whittled 6 people down to just Laura and I was signing papers to dissolve the family I thought I had. And suddenly my last coworker, with her faded tattoos and perpetually arched eyebrows, was telling me jokes and making me listen to bands I'd never heard of and cheering me up when I cried. Things were really good when it was just the two of us. We used to have these theme days. One time the sluice gates were open, and we set up beach blankets on one of the catwalks in the intake tower and batted around this inflatable beach ball I had in my apartment for some reason. Laura messed around with the emergency PA and patched in a bunch of classical surf rock songs. We even put sunscreen on the bridges of our noses. Laura called it the Concrete Beach Party. Damily, really? When Laura brought up band names, I knew pretty much right away that that would be our name, Concrete Beach Party. There was never really any other choice. Hey! Up!
Oh, you're close, girl. Just spring across the gap.
Oh, just like that, huh? Okay. Ah!
Ah, you're right above me. Just send that ladder on down.
Look out below.
No Name says that you thought my stepladder joke was bad.
Before. Could be as easy as falling down a hole. If you take the valve on the other side.
It's set up the same way on this side. I should look for an access tunnel.
Now nothing's as bad as Damily for family. But okay, so another tunnel to get on over to the other side.
This is my sort of delve. Still little problems to solve. Amusing bodies and
Gildan.
I'm sad that the volume is so low when we're around here trying to solve stuff. I kind of wanted to hear his story about his father. My father used to say, Gildan. All right. Can I get through there?
Okay, Gildan, turn the valve.
It's not working! Damn thing's too heavy. Glance behind me, would you? See anything big and, broken?
Yep.
Looks like part of the counterweight broke off. If I can get up there, my weight might be enough to get it moving again.
Hang on, okay? I've got a plan.
Right, we're gonna jump on the counterweight. Cool.
I need to get up higher. Could climb up that wreckage. That's pretty much what I do.
But before I do, what's over here? Nothing. Oh, okay, that's when the water goes down. We find a ladder. Right. I'm just getting ahead of myself is what I'm doing. All right, let's climb up onto the counterweight.
Jump straight to the counterweight from here. But I could climb higher, get above it.
Oh. Oh, I like how it's moving. That's creepy.
Going down.
Controlled falling. Very clever.
Almost low enough to jump.
You can make it! Let's see another one of those mad leaps!
Got it. We're good to go.
You were a sight to see. Bounding from metal rust trap to metal rust trap. Still a bit of water, but low enough, wouldn't you say? Now then, where's that ring?
Good question. Well, at least I should be able to swim now.
Snap maw! It's a snap maw! Very, very big snap maw!
I see it, Gildan.
Very big, very, very big!
Just stay out of the way.
Okay, so we gotta kill a snap maw. What? That was right on.
It's dead.
Marvelous. So, the ring. Maybe if you pry its
You're right.
jaws open and
This
reach
thing
inside,
did spoil the
you
ring.
can. That's the old Gildan intuition in action. It's never led me astray. Sure, its chosen routes can be a bit circuitous, but never mind. To the storage room. To the spoils. Ooh, what's in here? More old world treasures, perhaps? This place is full of surprises. Should we have a look?
Didn't you want to get into the storage room?
I do. Fervently. But, well,
Okay, Shells.
I got time to poke my nose in if you do.
Right now. Recording, okay? We're not even in the band meeting. Sort of counts as practice, right? Merch. We need merch. Stickers! You're not a real band until someone vandalizes government property with your sticker.
Colleagues, I have been asked to remind you that conversations determined to be irrelevant to servitor training are discouraged.
What were you saying about vandalizing government property?
Dear Nobody, we spent an hour plastering our stickers all over the servitor. Well, I say stickers, they were sticky notes from my desk. We stole the presentation and design of other brand logos, drawing little skulls and lightning bolts and broken hearts around the name. It's not like we had any actual work to do. When this began, we were told we'd be on-site advisors, going through the motions of our duties so the servitors could mimic our actions. But the government creeps, corporate creeps, same diff, I guess, mostly ignore us or yell at us for getting in their way. The Robo-Scab's weird oval head kept swiveling towards us, and it kept asking, "Hello, is this relevant to my training?" as we tried to duck out of its line of sight, ruining its chrome finish with sticky notes and shushing each other's giggles. Afterward, Laura stood in front of the thing and goes, "Servitor, this is very important. This is how you greet Blevins, okay? It's a sign of immense respect." I mean, will the servitor actually give Blevins the finger? Probably not, but a girl can dream. Screw the man, Shelley.
We drained enough water for what we need to do, but I wonder if I could empty out the whole dam. Pipes, valves. Maybe I can drain the rest of the water from here.
Puzzle time.
I could check my focus, see what it sees. Sure are a lot of valves. Should check my focus first.
Valves 101. Yo, Shelley, I'm trapped in servitor hell over here. Got in this morning, and as usual, that one half-baked chrome dolt was bumping up against the locked entry door in the reservoir room, moaning about requiring entry into the totality of the facility. Between its robotic voice and those weird grindy sounds its limbs make, the acoustics remind me of a track from one of the less accessible German post-punk bands. I've told them, every night the pipe network decouples so that the reservoir can refill, and every morning it has to be reset manually. All you have to do is turn the valve thingy so that the water flows directly to the pump. The rest of the servitors seem to get it, but this guy won't stop bugging out. I mean, I know we're supposed to be on-site advisors, but this is getting ridiculous. Do I have to scratch the instructions onto their stupid shiny faces? Okay, all we have to do is turn the valve thingies so that the water flows directly to the pump. Virenth says, trust me, I'm an engineer. Without maintenance, the condition of this dam indicates that it is 200 years old tops. Designers work as hard when it comes to hundreds of years. That's true. Okay, so how do we tell which direction?
I wonder if my focus can pick anything up. All right, time to get the flow going to the right place.
I say this as a man typically enamored of complexities, but this looks like it might be a little much for me.
Oh, wow.
Don't worry, I think I've got this.
Music to my ears. To each job, its proper tool. Toothpicks make horrible arrows, as the saying goes.
That's a tunnel. The water can't pass through. That's not quite right.
You got a competent mind, girl. A mind for nuance and finesse. Not I. No, indeed. Not old Gildan.
Something's not right.
Okay, so that one's broken.
Looks like I'm on the right track.
This job demands a certain degree of patience, doesn't it? I'm afraid I inherited my mother's restlessness.
You don't say, Gildan.
There, that should do it. We should head back. See if that took care of us.
Got it working, did you? Of course you did. Never met a conundrum you couldn't unconundrum, have you?
The door's open. Guess it had sealed because of the flooding.
No there, Gildan. Never met a conundrum I couldn't unconundrum.
Ugh, it stinks down here.
You smell that? Smells like a forge-side morning in the claim.
See? Check this out. We could just bang on this pipe, you know? Could we sample that or? Totally. Like, what about after the... Oh, sorry. Just a sec. Laura? I need to take a break. Laura? Hey! Laura!
What was that all about? I feel embarrassed now, thinking about following Laura out of the pump station like a kicked puppy, wondering what horrible thing I might have done until she threw herself into this room and shut the door behind her and just screamed. The fear of abandonment is weirdly self-centered, because it presupposes that little old you are filled with such immense destructive power that you're capable of driving every person you care about away. Anyway, at the bottom of the dam, with her on one side of the door and me on the other, she told me that Metallurgic had bought her mom's house, her whole neighborhood, in fact, out from under her to build a new server farm. Oh God, I don't even like that house, she said. I don't even like Indianapolis. I hated every minute I spent in that city as a kid. When they told us we'd have to leave the dam, I went back to my apartment and I sat on my bed and I prayed to a God I don't even believe in that I wouldn't have to move back home, that I wouldn't have to show up on my mom's front stoop with a suitcase and a bunch of stupid excuses. She was trying not to sound like she was crying, but she sounded like she was crying. I guess I got my stupid wish, huh? I asked her where she'd go, and she laughed. Where else could she go? Back home, to help her mom pack up the house, to move with her into whatever dank little one-room hole Metallurgic's displacement grant will allow them to afford. I think I could have dealt with being one of those losers who celebrate their 40th birthday living in the house they grew up in. But now I don't even have that. I had no idea how to make her feel better, so I just sat on the other side of the door and I started singing the song we were working on, the one about being the last two girls on Earth. And eventually, she started singing along. Love, Shelley.
Should have brought a cart.
Drummer's weapon coil. All right, let's get rid of some of these that I don't need anymore. Ooh, I picked up lots of greens.
Looks like that's everything. I should head back up with Gildan.
But that's not everything. Look. We got chill water.
So, as we circle back around to the matter of the supply room,
don't worry, Gildan. You can have your looking glass. I get everything else.
I can't wait.
Careful, don't fall to your
Almost
death. Oh, he's too eager.
Soon I'll hold the looking glass in my hand, just like Mom and I used to.
If he falls to his death or something, I'm gonna be so pissed at this quest.
What are you doing with your hands there, girl?
Opening the door, Gildan.
I can't believe that worked. I thought you'd lost your mind, tickling the empty air like that. Where is it? Where did it go?
I mean, this is it. We get to play together, what, maybe 2 more times? Nah, shells. Farewell tour. Reunion
Could have
tour.
sworn I
like
saw one
6
in here.
months. Bands do it all the time. For our adoring fans, it's not that hard to stay in touch, Shelley. We can practice in holospace. People always say that.
Farewell tour. Dear nobody, we got in a fight, Laura and I. After practice, we went out for drinks. There's this road bar in downtown Cody, so we called an auto car and shuttled over. We were the only people there. With the park closing, Cody's becoming a ghost town. The more we drank, the more passive-aggressive our banter became, snowballing out of our control, metastasizing in the empty air between us. And then before either of us really knew what was happening, we were yelling at each other. I kept thinking, like, I'm not abandoning her, she's abandoning me. And I guess she was probably thinking something similar. We got quiet for a while, drank more. Eventually, Laura ordered an auto car and we piled into it, slid as far from each other as on the back seat as we could, arms crossed, staring out of the window. And then I heard myself talking. Screw it. I don't care if you stay in touch with me. I'm going to stay in touch with you. Whether you like it or not, you're not getting rid of me, ever. Laura looked at me for what felt like ages. I thought she was going to start yelling. But then her hand crept over mine, and we just sat there. Bottoms up, Shelley.
Can't have imagined it. One doesn't imagine such things. Not 2 delves in a row.
Gilden? Everything okay?
I was so sure I saw it. The looking glass. I was so sure. Right there in the window. I was... Of course. Trick of the light. Nothing at all.
I'm sorry, Gilden. It must have meant a lot to you.
Oh, well. Much as any artifact of the old ones would mean to me, really. It's fine. I'm fine. Besides, what are the spoils compared to the delve? That's why we do it, girl. The delve, not the treasure. And what a delve it was! Ugh. By the great blazing forge, I'll never forget that. Now then, I believe we have some repairs to make.
Poor guy.
Might need this. Okay, let's fix the panel and shut this place down.
Ah, health potion. I don't think I need that. Well, I think we got the full story about the pre-war workers, or the pre-deluge workers, I should say. Would you like to punch the big red button? He liked that way too much.
Oh, that's a whole lot prettier, isn't it? What does it mean?
It means it worked.
By the forge. You are a wonder! Do you hear that often? I'll hazard a guess you do.
I've heard something like that once or twice.
Oh, she's modest now. A master of the arts of the old ones, a delver to shame the entire claim, and she wants to be modest. Ha!
It's not like I did it alone, Gilden.
No. No, I suppose not.
So what's next for you? On your way back to the claim?
And deprive the people of Song's Edge the story of this encounter? Perish the thought! I'll stay there a while longer. But a story is best told by all who encountered it. Come and lend a hand, won't you?
Overflow basin empty. Interior accessible. Minimal flood damage.
Sounds like the basin is dried out too. Maybe I'll take a look.
Another adventure so soon? Whew, you're braver than me. But there was no question of that. You go on ahead. I'm gonna stand right here and bask in our victory for a while longer.
See ya, Gildan. Good to have made a friend. He's like the first person we've met who didn't treat us like some crazed, stupid Nora Brave or a heretic who... How did he get up here, by the way? Did he do all of this climbing? Zane the Insane says, oh, a health potion. I don't think I need that. Not something you'd ever hear in a video game very often. There's more lore in this quest later. Oh, great. I'm glad. This was a lot of fun.
Water's lower. And going by that sound, I think Lala's already at the bin.
Ooh, lore. Emerson's Joyride. To Shelley from Laura, subject Emissions Joyride. Oh, I said Emerson's. It's Emissions Joyride. Okay, girl, you're never going to guess what happened on my way home last night. First thing, I heard this sound like a herd of killer bees escaping out of a tin can. Then there was this weird little light through the trees. I was totally hoping it was aliens, but nah, it was one of those old blue spectrum LEDs. Looked super creepy on the snow. As I got closer, I heard some Yahoo letting out this weird guttural man shriek, as if he were doing some macho primal scream therapy. You know, with 1,000 RPMs between his legs. Said Yahoo was none other than Dodd Blevins, our new director of security, or whatever his $20 title is. He was actually riding an old snowmobile. They're like 1,000 times more polluting than a combustion-era car. My expert professional opinion, Blevins is a grade A douche canoe. There it is again! Douche canoe. When was the last time we heard douche canoe? Is this like a common slur that I've never heard before until now? Douche canoe. I decided not to sick the security bot on his flabby rear. After all, he's practically our boss for the next 2 weeks. But Shells, you might want to take a bathroom break now because you're going to lose it when you find out what I did instead. I was standing right near one of the trail signs, and I could tell Blevins was headed for me, so I reprogrammed the sign to swap directions between Fairy Falls and Purple Mountain. Wicked, right? You'd never get a snowmobile up there. I hope he bailed out hard and had to walk back to the lodge. Guess I'll be filing my very first incident report right before this whole thing shuts down forever. I could let it slide like usual, but then where's the fun? Where's the fun, Shells? Where's the fun? L. There was another one, wasn't there? Yeah. Oh, this is what we got from the tallneck. Right, I know we need to head back to complete this quest, but I am all out of time, so I'm going to do a hard save and end it there. Well, there we go. We made huge progress in today's broadcast. We finished the primary story, defeated the primary boss, and embarked upon the frozen wilds. We just got our feet wet, but I think there's a whole lot more to look forward to. I had a whole lot of fun. I hope you guys did as well. As for tonight, I'm probably going to do some Oxhorn After Dark tonight with Cyberpunk 2077. Not sure, because I do have a lot of Christmas preparations to do, a few more things to wrap for the kids, some boxes to get rid of, so I've got a bit of work to do around the house. If that ends up taking too long, I might cancel. Either way, I'll let you know on Twitter, so if you want to be appraised when I go live, if I go live, follow me on Twitter. That's where I let everyone know. But aside from that, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again very soon with more lore videos and more live streams. Bye-bye now.